Have we started?
Yeah.
Oh, good afternoon. Are you looking at me?
No.
I'm the chef. Good afternoon. Today we're going to make Yorkshire puddings. So before I tell you about how I actually make the Yorkshire puddings, I need some equipment. We need an oven, which I happen to have here, turned on to gas mark 7, which is about, is that on gas mark, what is that?
That's 5.
What's that?
6.
What's that?
7.
7, which is 220 Fahrenheit. Now come and have a look at this pan. When you're making Yorkshire puddings, you need a really well-seasoned, experienced tin that's seen a lot of action, and you never wash your Yorkshire tins. What I'm going to need to put in this to make the Yorkshires rise nicely is a little bit of oil, and I'm using mild olive oil, which is very good for you. And you just, in each of these little holes here, can you see, you just put a drizzle, about a teaspoonful of oil. There you go. There you go.
Of course, I'm much faster and better at this
Shut up.
than you.
Oh, look, you've made me put too much.
Oh, you drizzled.
Anyway, it doesn't matter if you put too much in because this is olive oil. It's not like you're using chicken fat or anything, which is very bad for you. And what I need to do is put this in the oven, and just so you can see, look, I've got a little light. So I'm going to put this in the oven now to heat up.
Top shelf.
In the top shelf for about 10 minutes, and I want to get that really steaming and crackling away before I put the mixture in, okay? So now, if you just join me over here, whenever you're ready.
Started.
And now we're actually going to make the batter for the Yorkshire puddings. And for this you will need a mixing jug and a fork for mixing, 2 nice large eggs, some plain flour and a spoon, and also some milk. So first of all, we're going to take the plain flour, and that's just a breakfast spoon. You can see the size of that. And basically what you need is about 1,
2,
2,
3.
well I've put, is that about enough? Do you think?
4.
4, not, well I'll just put a little bit, 4-ish. 3 huge up. 4 spoons of flour, and then you just put your eggs straight into there. A lot of technique, did you see that? That's a one-handed crack. Do that again? There you go. And then, it's a bit messy, but basically, if you have a look at this, your eggs are in the flour, just smash them up and start to slowly stir in. Now, don't worry about getting any lumps. It is not possible. Absolutely not possible to make lumps, so long as you just beat this in nicely. And can you see how lovely and yellow that is? And that's because these are free-range chicken eggs. And then basically, you just whip that up. Try not to inhale any flour. And but you see, you've made that into a kind of a nice paste. And so long as you do that fairly quickly, you shouldn't really get any lumps in there. And now I'm going to pour in a little bit of milk. You don't need a great deal of milk. To thin this down and start to make it more of a batter. And it needs to be a little bit runny, about the consistency of, how would you describe this?
Slightly thick milk.
Slightly thick milk. There we go. It's nice to beat a little bit of air into it. So that's it really. It's pretty simple. I'll just show you how runny that might look. It's like, we call it pouring cream really. That's about the consistency of it. And that's ready to go into the oven in a minute.
Super. So.
Right, now this fat's been in here. Ow! Don't put your finger Don't put your finger in the fat because you'll burn it.
Yeah.
Till it's really scalding hot. Now,
Ouchie.
I'll show you the first one now. This is why, because it's got to be really hot so that, can you hear that fizzing? Can you see that fizzing? Put your mixture in now, and it's got to be this hot so that it makes them rise nicely. And you've got to do this as quickly as you can because you don't want the fat to cool down. Here we go, nearly done. Now I'll just top these up a little bit more. It doesn't matter if you slop stuff on the pan, that's fine. There we go, look at that. Okay, try and get them back in the oven as quickly as you can without injuring yourself. There we go. And shut that door up there, and what we'll do is come back in about 10 minutes and have a look at those, and they should be climbing out the top of the oven.
Climbing out the top of the oven?
Climbing out the top of the oven.
No.
Ready? Come here, come here, come here, come here. Look. Look, 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 look. Have a look in there. Be very quiet, don't frighten them. Can you see? The puddings are starting to rise up. Don't make any sudden noises. Aren't they great? My little babies are starting to grow. Fabulous. Okay. We'll come back in a minute. See how they're getting on. Okay. We want to come. Have a look at these. Have a look at these. See, they're really starting to climb now. They've been in about 8 minutes. I just want to take, just in case they think, I want you to know that I am the master of the Yorkshire pudding.
Excuse me?
Okay.
Excuse me? Who
What?
is the master of the Yorkshire puddings?
Oh, well, she told me what to do. I mixed it.
Uh-huh.
But I'm the one this side of the camera.
Uh-huh.
Okay, puddings are ready. And now the moment of truth. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that. Wow. Just can I have a close-up on those puddings? Aren't they absolutely fan-dabby-dozy? Right, I'm going to move these over here now. Oh. Quickly come around the other side. I'm going to show you 2 recipes. Yorkshire puddings are supposed to be eaten straight from the oven with a bit of gravy. So we'll just take a nice one there with a little dimple in, put it in there, and I've got some ready-made nice thick mushroom gravy here, and if we just pour that in, let's get a mushroom. Look at that. Oh. Oops, a daisy. A little bit more gravy. Right, there's one with a bit of black pepper. Okay, that's one way to do your Yorkshires. Another way to do your Yorkshires is a sweet Yorkshire. Grandma's just videoing us making Yorkshire puddings. Do you want to look? Then you put another Yorkshire here, and now this recipe is going to blow your brains away. Golden syrup, 1 spoon, into the Yorkshire. There we go. Bit of cream. Pouring cream into the Yorkshire. And now, the
Is this the less fattening centre?
This is the less fattening centre. Almond, cognac, nice bit of French cognac, about a spoon. And now, there you are, that's your sweet Yorkshire pudding.
What good one would you think there was?
There we go.
Hmm?
And now,
Ice cream.
I'll just show you. Best way to eat your Yorkshire pudding is with the fingers like this. Wow, that is fabulous. And now the sweet one. You will not believe how good this tastes. Oh, 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 that is fabulous. To finish that off the best way, a nice English beer in a crystal pint glass. And that is the best way to eat good old-fashioned British Yorkshire puddings.
Hey.